XRP rockets in adoption with Ripple's new partnership in Portugal and Brazil. In today's video, we are going to talk about this article and also some other news, and we are also going to check out XRP's price chart and see what is going on there. And I'm going to tell you what can you expect in the short term. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And this partnership right in here, in my opinion, is absolutely huge and fantastic for XRP. Let's read this article and see what is going on. Ripple is moving deeper into Europe. This time it's through a partnership with Portuguese currency exchange provider, bringing crypto-enabled cross-border payments into Portugal. A new payment option, a new way to move money, a step forward for blockchain adoption in finance. For Unicambio corporate customers, this means faster transactions between Portugal and Brazil, no long wait times, no excessive fees, just near instant fund transfers. And this is the main point of XRP. And in my opinion, this is why the world will adopt XRP. And I fully believe this is just the beginning of that process. Portugal and Brazil share strong economic and cultural connections, and money flows frequently between these two countries. This collaboration aims to make those transfers smoother, cheaper, and more efficient. This right in here sums it up perfectly. Because in order for you to attract more and more adoption, the business model has to financially make sense. And in XRP, this is definitely the case. Now, in my opinion, not only this specific partnership is huge for XRP, but also it can set a precedent for the other companies, meaning if other companies see this partnership being absolutely successful and great, well, in my opinion, it is only going to make sense for them to be partnered with XRP, and that's how you get your name out there. And I remember a couple of years ago, a lot of people back in 2021 were saying we hate XRP because XRP is not decentralized, and because of that, it is absolutely worthless. Well, okay, let's pull that thread. What if XRP is actually not decentralized? Does this mean that they are not going to have big adoption? I find that very hard to believe. It seems like that their aim is towards institutions and big company, and they just do not care whether you are decentralized or your company is based in USA. In fact, I would like to argue what was at one point a curse for XRP now is turning to be absolute blessing, and you just cannot ignore the friendship between Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, and Donald Trump, and I think they are going to absolutely benefit from this crypto-friendly administration. Also, if you are a regular viewer, you probably know what is my stance on this new wave of crypto adoption. I think this year is going to be the year of blockchain and specifically stablecoins. That's why, for example, if you check the news, you see David Sachs is just constantly talking about specifically stablecoins. And in my opinion, that's not an accident that XRP a couple of months ago launched a stablecoin RLUSD. And I do think because of that, they are going to attract quite a bit of adoption. And for example, here is a wild thought. What if US government itself is going to have a stablecoin and they are going to launch it using XRP Ledger? Do you think that's possible or not? Definitely let me know in the comment section. So overall, this is, in my opinion, a fantastic partnership for XRP and one more positive step towards the right direction. And sure, in the short term, you may not see the effects of these things in price, but if you are a traditional investor like me and you care about the fundamental of the project that you invested in, okay, these types of news should really matter for you. So overall, very positive news for Ripple. Let's move on to another article. Okay, so according to this article, XRP records abnormal 330% growth over Solana in fund flows. And I think it was this picture. Let's actually open it in a new tab. Excuse me. There we go. So what do we see in here? I don't really care about the week flows for XRP. What really matters is the year-to-date flows. And as you can see, in Solana, we had only about $46 billion. However, for XRP, we had over $150 billion in fund flows. So this really does show the power of XRP. And also in one of my videos, I told you before, since the recent move on the downside in a lot of other cryptos, including XRP, the smart money is investing quite heavily in Ethereum. And you can definitely see that. You see, in Ethereum, the year-to-date flows is around 989 billion. That's a big number, but pay attention to this. In week flows, meaning only in this week, we had around, let's say, $800 billion flows. So it definitely seems like that recently a lot of people and institutions have decided to prefer Ethereum over Bitcoin when it comes to investing for the midterm. So this is, in my opinion, very, very important. And if you're thinking about buying Ethereum, I think these prices are kind of cheap. But again, this video is about XRP. And as you can see, we definitely had, not only in terms of year-to-date flows, but also in terms of week flows, a very clear-cut advantage over Solana. So this is fantastic. Now, about this article, XRP ETF approval odds revealed by Bloomberg. And if you have watched my short videos, I believe I talked about this article. Pro XRP lawyer gives his XRP ETF approval timeline. Now, according to Polymarket, I think chances of XRP ETF getting approved this year is somewhere around 60%. So you might say, well, okay, why is that so low? Does this mean that we're not going to have an XRP ETF? No, absolutely not. Because according to Jeremy Hogan, XRP ETF is likely to get approved by the next 8 to 12 months. So basically, Polymarket is saying either XRP ETF is going to get approved by the end of this year. That's why chances of it happening is around 60%. And the other 40% is actually for the next year, the early months of 2026. So let me be very clear. XRP ETF will absolutely come. Do not worry about that one. And the fact that a lot of companies are filing for XRP ETF to me shows that there are huge demands outside of the crypto market and specifically in a stock market for XRP. So you better be prepared for an XRP ETF launch at the end of probably this year, because that will bring a hell of a lot of demand to XRP, which is fantastic. So in terms of news, as you can see, we are just having overall very much positive news for XRP. And I do think this is just the beginning and we haven't even reached to the middle of this bull run. Now, let's talk about the chart and see what is going on in here. And I told you before, in XRP, we can have different possibilities. One scenario suggests that this move on the upside is actually an impulse and the bottom is in right around this low. And basically, the idea is that we are having, if I just do this, excuse me, 5 wave up into a wave 1. There we go. Correction structure into wave 2. And after our correction is over, or maybe it's over already, we're going to have a big move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. What about the other possibility? The other scenario suggests that maybe this move up is actually, instead of an impulse, excuse me, like a WXY in form of a double zigzag, and we are going to get a move down in order to take this low. Now, which scenario is likely? For now, my base case is actually the bullish possibility suggesting that the bottom is in. And even if the bearish scenario is in play and we are going to get a move down, I don't really expect XRP to go a whole lot lower than this point, about, let's say, $1.8. Why is that? Because in terms of classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances, we are having in this region an unbelievably important support from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. And any kind of move down, in my books at least, is going to be just a simple retest of this level, which after it, you definitely can argue that we are going to get a very strong bounce back and start the next phase of the bull run. But again, even this thing is not going to be my base case. My primary scenario suggests that overall, this is an impulse and we are dealing in this whole move on the downside with a correction structure. And after it's over, we're going to get a move up, and pay attention to this. This might actually be a triangle structure right in here. Excuse me. There we go. Now, I want to be very clear. In XRP, there is a chance that we might have another move on the downside in order to take this low and especially this one, but that doesn't really going to matter for me personally. Why is that? Because again, I still believe this is a part of a correction. And what is a very important characteristic of a corrective movement? You know it, being slow and choppy and constantly having overlapping of the waves. And look at this move down, starting from this high to about this low. We are just having constantly overlapping of the waves between our bounce backs, which shows to me that the current move down is not actually that strong. So what's the idea? In XRP, I'm gonna say we may see a move down soon and do something like this, but after that I'm expecting a very strong bounce back in order to at least have another move up, which in it I'm thinking we are going to take this high for the first target around, let's say, $2.8, but I think a better target can be somewhere around $3. When we get this move, I promise you we are going to make new videos and see what might be in play next, and we shouldn't really, for now at least, jump into any unnecessary bullish conclusion and predict, for example, the next couple of steps. No, for now, let's have this move up and then we will see where we go from there. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XRP's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.